My name is Jamie Gamble, and I was my group examiner over our second literature circle over chapters 4 through 7 of the Growth Mindset Playbook. We then went into the learning objectives for our discussion that would guide and help us have a productive conversation. First thing we talked about was what is metacognition. We discussed that metacognition is thinking about thinking and how it plays a major role in the process of maintaining a growth mindset. We then worked as a group to create a topic restriction illustration frame to summarize our discussion about metacognition. Next, we talked about the importance of failure. If students fail and stay in a fixed mindset, they will never be able to go through the productive struggle process leading to a growth mindset.
Difficult, like it's okay if you don't understand it completely.
Yeah.
And then also like giving them that why, like if they get really fixed mindset, like I'm never gonna need this.
We then planned for failure by creating our own if-then statements and how we could implement this strategy in our own classrooms. Third, we discussed shame versus guilt. We said that shame is an I am bad statement, while guilt is I did something bad. These are both feelings of embarrassment, but we should know the difference between them so we can correct how we shame as a punishment in our class. We then talked about unconditional positive regard and how we can help change behaviors by focusing on the actions, not the nature of a person. This discussion then led us into empathy versus sympathy.
And talk if you were experiencing difficulties. No, whereas if you went with more of an empathetic route of I'm so sorry that happened, if you need anything or want to talk to someone, I'm here, a student would be more willing to go discuss with you, or if they are having trouble, coming and talking to you.
In that video, Sydney discussed how being empathetic can help build positive relationships with your students, and they will be more willing to come and talk to you. The last objective we talked about was sympathy versus empathy. We completed a Venn diagram together to compare the similarities and differences. Students and teachers need to know that empathy is a vulnerable choice and not creating silver linings. We were all able to be active participants by contributing different ideas to the Venn diagram. In this video, you were able to see evidence on how we met all of our learning objectives and how we were all able to be active participants in order to have a productive discussion. Our discussion went well, and we were able to identify different ways or strategies from the book that will help us become better teachers in the future. Next week, when I'm facilitator, I'll ask more probing questions throughout the discussion. I will also allow for more think time and less writing. I thought that the writing allowed for a lot of dead time. I could have also been more efficient in my way of discussing, but we all participated and got through all of the objectives. It was a great second literature discussion.